Yes? All right. For the humans! For the humans! So glad to do it! No fear! Those heads are calling for a bullet. The party has just begun! Nice. For the Empire! For the Empire! Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! They're already dead! No fear! Silent and lethal. Let me blow up some heads! So glad to do it. For the Empire! Silent and lethal. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! For the humans! All right. Sounds good. Of course. Let me blow up some heads! I still have some tricks up my sleeve. So glad to do it. For the humans! Those heads are calling for a bullet. No fear. For the Empire! So glad to do it. For the Empire. The party has just begun. No fear. They're already dead. Anything more? Perfect. For the Empire. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Nice. So glad to do it. For the glory of Quintus. Let's go! For the Empire! For the humans! No fear! For the Empire! Let's go! For the Empire! They're already dead! Yes, I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Let me blow up some heads! So glad to do it. Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the humans. Silent and lethal. No fear! The party has just begun. For the Empire. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! No fear! Let me blow up some heads! So glad to do it. So glad to do it. For the Empire. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. The party has just begun! For the Empire! No fear! For the Empire! Those heads are calling for a bullet! Anything more? No problem. Perfect. All right. Understood. For the humans. Silent and lethal. For the Empire. For the humans. They're already dead. For the humans! So glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads! The party has just begun! For the Empire! Anything more? Let's go! Of course. Perfect. For the humans. For the Empire. Of course. Anything more? Not sure, but let's do it. No fear! It could be a trap, but let's go. Come on! Nice. That's easy. This would be useful. For the Emperor. Come on. Let's go. Sounds good. Anything more? Nice. Anything more? Come on. Great. Perfect. Of course. They're already dead. Silent and lethal. For the humans. Yes. Not sure, but let's do it. Yes. No fear. Let's go. Okay. Great. For the Empire! I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Nice. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Let's go. Great. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. So glad to do it. For the humans! The party has just begun. No fear. So glad to do it. For the Empire. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Of course. Sounds good. Not sure, but let's do it. Nice. Yes. Come on, the infected are waiting. All right. That's easy. For the humans. Sounds good. Let's go. For the Empire. Silent and lethal.
lethal.
For the Emperor. Anything more? Nice. Yes. Sounds good. Come on. Let's go. For the Empire. So glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads. I hope not to find a harpy there. No fear. For the Empire. Yes. Perfect. Great. Understood. All right. Yes. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Perfect. They're already dead. Those heads are calling for a bullet. So glad to do it. Nice. No fear. So glad to do it. Silent and lethal. For the Empire. Okay. All right. Nice. Yes. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Let's go. Perfect. No fear. For the humans. Nice. That's easy. For the humans. Nice. For the humans. The party has just begun. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. For the Empire. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Let me blow up some heads. Let's go. For the Empire. Yes. Great. That's easy. It could be a trap, but let's go. Let's go. For the Emperor. Of course. Anything more? Okay. Yes. Perfect. No problem. For the glory of Quintus. They're already dead. For the Empire. No fear. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. No fear. They're already dead. Of course. The party has just begun. So glad to do it. I hope not to find a harpy there. So glad to do it. For the Empire. All right. For the Empire. Come on. Perfect. Great. It shines. Nice. Understood. Silent and lethal. Let me blow up some heads!
Units under attack.
I still have some tricks up my sleeve. For the humans. It could be a trap, but let's go. Perfect. Of course. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Anything more? For the humans! So glad to do it. All right. Okay. Of course. For the humans! Come on! It looks great. Of course. Let's go. Of course. Come on. Okay. Of course. For the Empire. For the
Our
humans.
forces are in danger.
Silent and lethal. For the Empire. What do we have here? Anything more? Let's go. That's easy. Nice. Come on. Fast and silent. Perfect. Understood. The more the merrier. Nice. Okay. All right. That's easy. Of course. Yes! What do we have here? Perfect. Of course. Nice. Let's go. That's easy. Anything more? For the humans. For the Empire. Okay. Okay. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's go. Come on. All right. Interesting indeed. Great. For the Empire. Let's go. Perfect. Come on. No fear. All right. Yes. No fear. That's easy. For the Empire! Perfect. Let me blow up some heads! So glad to do it. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! Those heads are calling for a bullet. The party has just begun! They're already dead! Come on! All right. That's easy. So glad to do it. All right. Come on. Yes. For the humans! Nice. Perfect. Nice. Silent and lethal. For the humans. Perfect. All right. Yes. For the Empire! Anything more? No problem. Okay. No fear! So glad to do it. For the Empire.
Our soldiers
For the
are in
Empire.
trouble.
I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Yes. All right. That's easy. No fear. For the Emperor. That's easy.
Units
Yes.
under attack.
For the Emperor. Of course. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Let me blow up some heads. They're already dead. The party has just begun. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. Great. Come on, the infected are waiting. Great. They're already dead. Let's go. Sounds good. So glad to do it. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Silent and lethal. For the Emperor. Let me blow up some heads. For the humans! The party has just begun! Of course. Sounds good. For the
Our
Empire!
forces are in danger.
Come on! For the Empire! For the humans! No fear! No fear! Yes, so glad to do it. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. For the humans. Good quality. Interesting. Great value, no doubt. Let's go. Wonderful. This will come in handy. For the Empire. This is nice. Wonderful. Of course. Amazing. No problem. Of course. Anything more? Looks worth taking. This is for the Empire. Priceless. That's easy. No problem. All right. No problem. Of course. For the Empire! For the glory of Quintus! This is for the Empire. Great. Anything more? Great. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire! I love it! Let me blow up some heads! The party has just begun! For the humans. They're already dead! No fear! the Empire! For the Empire! Silent and lethal. Okay. So glad to do it. Anything more? Great. Come on, the infected are waiting. It's worth taking it. Yes! It looks great. Sounds good. Great value, no doubt. Not sure, but let's do it. Yes. Come on, the infected are waiting. That's easy. All right. It could be a trap, but let's go. I love it! Yes. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Nice. Perfect. For the Emperor. Nice. All right. For the humans. Of course. This is going to be fun. Good quality. Good quality. Come on. That's easy. For the Emperor. That's easy. Of course. So glad to do it. Perfect. Great. No problem. No fear! All right. That's easy. Nice. Let's go. That's easy. Let's go. Great. All right. Great. Excellent idea, sir. For the humans! Yes. Come on. Of course. Sounds good. Come on. Let's go. All right. Yes. Come on. Of course. Let's go. Interesting. Come on. Okay. For the glory of Quintus. Yes. No problem. All right. This would be useful. Wonderful. The more the merrier. Amazing. Okay. Interesting indeed. This is for the Empire. Let's go. Perfect. Of course. Okay. Yes. That's easy. For the Empire. Looks worth taking. Sounds good. Priceless. This will come in handy. This is for the Empire. Come on! Perfect. Understood. Come on. Of course. Of course. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. Great. Not sure, but let's do it. Wonderful. Fast and silent. What do we have here? For the humans. All right. Let's go. No problem. Come on. No fear. For the Empire. So glad to do it. For the humans. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Just tell me. Wonderful. Perfect. Of course. Perfect. That's easy. So glad to do it. Yes. Anything more? For the Empire! Yes! Let's go. The party has just begun! No fear! Of course. Of course. Let me blow up some heads. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Sounds good. For the Emperor. Silent.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
That's easy. Wonderful. Nice. It's worth taking it. Yes. What do we have here? Yes! Okay. Let's go. All right. Perfect.